gosh, the community, it is like the first year, 3 years ago, when my gorgeous friend Ashley Eckstein, the founder of her universe, said, "Michael, can you come and be one of my co-hosts? Can you be my co-host for the fashion show?" I just said yes. Juliet, I had no idea what I was getting myself into at all. I was like, okay. I just said yes, and oh my, like it was just so unbelievable in the most incredible way. It was so inspiring, and the community that has been created around Her Universe fashion show and the Her Universe universe, if you will, is so inspiring. And a big part of that is because of its inclusivity, and that to me was so refreshing and so important, and truly just a breath of fresh air. And it was something that was like, this is special. I want to be a part of it. Sign me up. Oh my gosh. I mean, I think just who I am, I've had to defy expectations. And I think that that's another reason why I feel like we all, are, so many of us have been othered on so many levels. Fashion for me has been a way to, to embrace being in your, if you quote unquote otheredness. I guess I'm making up a new word. And so defying expectations it's such a wonderful metaphor to think about for fashion. And when I think about that, I think about me as a person. And I think there's so many of us that we can all relate. I know that you can relate to this, Juliet, we can relate to that. And so it connects us together and not apart. And when the word defying expectations, defying, that to me says so much about what we can do together because of our own individuality, and not apologizing for that idea of who we are. Gosh, well, there's so much that you can expect. Obviously, I have 3 looks, and so does Ashley. Actually, I may even have a 4th. We have 3 incredible looks that are just insane. People are definitely going to respond, I think just in amazement. I really am excited about them. And, of course, there's definitely gonna be some singing, which is also very exciting. Ashley said we did a live for our new podcast, HypeFriend, that we just launched last week. And we did a live just a couple of days ago, earlier this week, and she said it on the live. She said that she is going to be singing a little, joining me with some vocals this year. It's really exciting because, she was, and she talked about this on the live, and it was part of her Mental Health Monday series that she does so important and so beautifully well and so vulnerable, but being scared about singing again because she grew up singing. I knew Ashley, we've known each other since high school. She was singing in high school. And, so to be able to kind of come back to that is really exciting, and she's scared out of her mind, but we get to sing together, and I cannot wait for everyone to hear how beautiful her voice is, and just, everything about her is so beautifully right in terms of just her sunny disposition and her beautiful spirit. So that's something to look forward to, which I'm thrilled about. Even though she's amazing. Like, oh my God, it feels like I'm like every year I'm like, how do they, where do they get these amazing designers? This is so insane, and like it's just so incredible. And this year is no different. Like every designer is out of this world. I am excited about the designers who really go outside of the box. And the crazy thing is this year, like, basically everyone's outside the box. So I'm like, my mind is exploding in excitement because so many of them, I'm excited about what they are going to bring, and knowing, who they are. I'm like, y'all are not ready. Everybody is not ready for it. It was just announced, and we are so excited to have Marissa be our guest judge. I mean, obviously her iconic performance as Nessa Rose in the Wicked film. And so to be able to have her there is really, really, really exciting. And I think the audience is, will just be mind blown that she's there. But I'm just excited that she gets to experience what we know to be one of the most iconic events at Comic-Con, but for her to experience that inclusivity and that love and that light and that laughter and that joy and that community and that inclusivity that is so signature of her universe fashion show and the Her Universe organization. So I'm so excited that she gets to be there, and we're all thrilled that she is one of our judges. My gosh, that's a great question. It's really opened our worlds. Just we've always been very open and honest with each other. I think that's what you have to be as friends, and so this podcast has really been an extension of our personal friendship and how we can connect and really figure out as we've set out to do, start a friendship revolution, one HypeFriend at a time. It's just been with honesty, and it has enriched our friendship on so many levels, because we are in a partnership together, and in a partnership, communication and honesty and really being open and vulnerable about anything, about how you're feeling, about what's going on, what's where you are that day, maybe emotionally, mentally, all those things have really just been so wonderfully, I think, embraced by both of us. We've been friends since high school, which is a wonderful foundation. But I think now as adults, we really are, we hold each other accountable. We're able to really talk and be okay with where we are and meeting each other where we are at that day, that moment, that time. And we just want to learn from everyone else and really explore how important it is to be friends and to be a hype friend and to receive that as well. We've been talking about this for like almost 3 years, which is also crazy. And we were like, after our first Her Universe fashion show hosting together, it was like obvious that we needed to have an extension of what was happening. It just was magical on the stage, between having our connection and then feeling that amazing connection from the audience and the community that is her fashion show, Her Universe fashion show, was just, it made sense. So we just were like, let's do it. Let's figure out what we need to do. And it just made sense that it was about friendship. So that's kind of how it came about. It's the joy of the show. It is not lost on me that I am, a big black gay man living in this world who gets to play the iconic role of the Genie in Disney's Aladdin on Broadway, backed by one of the biggest entertainment companies in the world. And it is through joy. You see, a man of color playing this larger than life entity that is the Genie, with joy, and the root of it is joy. That to me is incredible. This role has been the gift and the role of a lifetime. To be able to see people literally experience joy and feel that love. The Genie is rooted in love, light, and laughter. And that is so needed right now in our world, and so needed with people. And it doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, the color of your skin. You can love, you can laugh, and you can have light, and you can experience joy. That is the connector, and that is what makes us all powerful together. And to live in that space is truly a gift.